It is a hot and windy day here in Moorhead, Minnesota as we get ready for boys soccer here at Jim Goda Stadium. The St. Cloud Tech Tigers versus the Moorhead Spuds. Welcome to boys soccer on Spuds TV. I'm Thomas Fox. Glad you can tune in here on this very, very hot day at Jim Goda Stadium. Spuds coming in at a 4-7-2 record, winning 2 in a row versus the Brainerd Warriors and the Fargo South Bruins. Meanwhile, for the St. Cloud Tech Tigers, they recently beat the Wilmer Cardinal 1-0, and Wilmer is a very, very good soccer team. So St. Cloud Tech is going to be another big test for the Spuds, but Moorhead has momentum going into this game. And with section tournaments coming up around the corner, Moorhead is definitely going to need this momentum. Let's go over these starting lineups, starting with St. Cloud Tech. The goalkeeper for the Tigers will be Landon Austin, and on the field will be Musamil Abdi, Omar Ali, Henry Bergstrand, Caleb Kapina, Arda Sian, Tegan Gazdig, Abdi Wahab Gadi, Musamil Hashi, then Will Pearson, and Ramadan Yusuf. For the Spuds, Ben Pratt, who was injured most of the season, is the goalkeeper here tonight. He will be joined by Connor Kuntz, Evan Olderbach, Keenan Krogan, Abdi Jabbar Hashim, Lawrence Walker, Parker Gast, Lukman Somani, Yaqub Mohammed, Abraham Abdi, and Ansgar Disselbeck. And away we go. St. Cloud Tech looking to move up the field, but Connor Kuntz is able to make a nice play intercepting that pass. Here's Gast. Pass to Keenan Krogan. Gast with some nice footwork and a breakaway chance here for St. Cloud Tech. And it's going to be a very quick goal for the Tigers as it goes past Ben Pratt. And it's 1-0 just like that in the blink of an eye. Not the start the Spuds were looking for, as it is 1-0 on the Atchison Company scoreboard. Caleb Kapina is able to get St. Cloud Tech on the board.
St. Cloud Tech goal credited to number 7, Caleb Kapina. Out of that first half goal, 39-51, makes it 1-0.
Not even a minute into the game, and Kapina is able to capitalize on a bad pass from the Spuds. And they look to keep that momentum here along the far side. Pass intended there for Hashi. Connor Kuntz with the throw-in to Somani, who loses it. Throw in from Connor Kuntz once again as that pass from Kapina goes out of bounds. It was intended for Musamil Hashi. Lawrence Walker falls down as he tried receiving that pass near the touchline. Here's Krogan. Pass across the field for Yaqub Mohammed. Spuds with a good opportunity here as it's gobbled up by Austin. Landon Austin was in the right spot at the right time there. First shot of the game for the Spuds is no good. Played on a knee there by Kuntz, and it goes out of bounds. Throw into Sion. Somani with the pass over to Hashim. Here's Somani. That one's going to go out of bounds across the goal line and out of play. And there seems to be a stoppage in play. And a stoppage of the game clock. Not sure what the issue is, but play will resume with a goal kick from St. Cloud Tech near the halfway line, now on it. Just about. And Lawrence Walker has a decent angle. But instead, oh, and a nice pass there intended for Somani, but well defended. Nice play by Kuntz along the far side. Pass over to Yusuf. Good defense by Olderbach along the far side. And he falls down. Throw in for St. Cloud Tech. Disselbeck able to intercept that pass. Here's Lawrence Walker. He can fly. And he almost stepped out of bounds there. And that pass is intercepted there by number 3, Will Pearson. Good defense from him as that ball rolls all the way into the Spuds defending zone. And now Gast has to clear it all the way up to the halfway line. Krogan with a nice pass over to Abdi. Now over to Olderbach. Tigers will possess the ball in their own zone. Played nicely by Gast on a line. Pass intended there for number 5, Musamil Hashi. Hashim with some nice moves and is caught by a double team. That one's going to go across the goal line, out of bounds. And St. Cloud Tech is playing some pretty good defense early on, disrupting the passing lanes for the Spuds, and a lot of us know that Moorhead has had its struggles offensively. But it isn't always the important part of the game of soccer, as Moorhead's defense has been pretty stellar the last few games, especially on their 2-game win streak they have in the works. And hopefully they can extend that to 3 here tonight. So Monty's pass to Kuntz is no good as it's intercepted by Hashi, and it goes out of bounds. Throw into Abdi, gets taken away by St. Cloud Tech, lost there by Hashi. Another throw in for Moorhead, Connor Kuntz. We'll look for an option. Try getting it down the field. I believe he was looking for Walker or Disselbeck, but there was nobody home. Gast with a nice pass across. Played on a bounce there at the halfway line, but then passed back. Some nice moves there by Sion. Good defense there by Yakub. Here's Somani trying to hit the Jets on a double team, and it goes out of bounds. Kuntz was looking for Disselbeck there, and it's played nicely. This time he's able to find him. Along the far side, he's on the ground, and he loses it, but Walker's able to assist him, but not for long as it's taken the other way by St. Cloud Tech. A race up the far side near the touchline is won there by Yakub. Krogan's pass intended for Yakub Muhammad is booted out of bounds. Here's Gast. Ball in the air on the halfway line. Kuntz with some nice footwork. He is very fast with his feet. And guess who else is? Lawrence Walker showing his speed there momentarily before the ball goes out of bounds. Spuds have very, very good speed up and down the field. That is definitely one strength they do have. Ball in the air, played nicely by Krogan. Now Gast. St. Cloud Tech trying to take a 2-0 advantage on the Atchison Company scoreboard. They won't have anything there, as it was Evan Olderbach with some good defense on Bergstrand. Pass over to Kuntz from Gast. St. Cloud Tech in a good situation here, but Moorhead's able to capitalize. Kuntz is saying that it was last touched by Tech, but it indeed wasn't. Throw into Capina, ends up being taken by Moorhead, and they look to advance. Hashim is met by a double team. Partway into the Tigers' defending zone. And St. Cloud Tech, they look to reset there, but Moorhead will try to do the same thing. And hopefully more if they can get it deep into the defending zone. And they're having a very hard time doing that as the Tigers are closing the gaps very quickly on these intended passes. Met with double teams all around. Some suffocating defense so far from St. Cloud Tech. Tyler Gast on the sideline getting ready to check in for these Spuds. Somani trying to play from behind, but he isn't able to make a play. Krogan's pass to Kuntz. That pass intended for Abdi, and it goes wide. Here's Yakub. Trying to hit the accelerator late, and he does. Oh, a nice move by Yakub. He got the crowd excited there for a moment. But not for long, as St. Cloud Tech is able to take it the other way until it's taken away by Kuntz. And now Gast passes to Somani. Somani finds Krogan. That one interrupted there by Bergstrand. And Ben Pratt with a sliding save there, preventing a 2-0 lead on the Atchison Company's scoreboard. That's what he does best. Despite the early goal from St. Cloud Tech, he's able to make up for it with a very nice sliding save. But you got to admit, in Pratt's absence, Carson Kuntz did a tremendous job, along with Carter Johnson, who started a couple games on varsity. So it's safe to say that the Spuds have pretty decent depth in their goalie position. And Somani hurt himself on that play as he's a little gimpy, but not for long as he's able to take it the other way. And that is scooped up there by Austin. And if the Spuds have any opportunity to kick a goal, they should obviously take it. Just like in the game of hockey, if you have a shot at the net, you might as well take it.
Subbing in for the Moorhead Spuds, number 21,
Tyler Gast checks in for Lawrence Walker. And Yusuf Hassan is going to be the next Moorhead Spud in. Pass across the field from Gast to his brother Tyler Gast. A little too much mustard on it, and a throw-in from Tech. Spuds trying to play fast, and they do. Pass over to Kuntz. Now Somani met with a double team, intended for Tyler Gast there. And a wild pass there goes over near the goal box. And there was a foul on the play. So Parker Gast with a direct kick for Moorhead. Hopefully having a chance to set up a scoring opportunity. It's going to be over the net. Might have been wide of the net too, and regardless, it is out of play. Good chance there for these Spuds, but St. Cloud Tech was ready. A good kick. That lands in front of Krogan and Parker Gast. Olderbach trying to play some defense. Sort of works. And taken away by Disselbeck. But Tech is able to answer. Taken away there by Ahmed. And now it's going to go the other way for the meantime. Pass over to Olderbach. Now Abdi. Abdi finds Somani, and it's taken away. Great defensive play there by Ali. Once again, disrupting another pass play. That pass for Tyler Gast is wide. Throw-in coming up. And Yusuf Hassan is in for Disselbeck.
Number 14, Abdirahman Mohammed, taking in for the Spuds. Number 20, Yusuf Hassan.
Abdirahman Mohammed will check in for the Tigers. And a timeout, it looks like, will be called. Not sure by who, but regardless, we'll take a break here on Spuds TV with the Tigers up 1-0.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Valley Alignment and Auto Repair has provided the FM area with vehicle service and repairs since 1978. They perform your vehicle service needs from oil changes and brakes to transmission and engine rebuilds. Valley Alignment and Auto Repair is a proud sponsor of Spuds Athletics and wish all the athletes and families a great 2022-23 school year and sports season.
Welcome back to Boys Soccer on Spuds TV. That was a quick water break as it is blistering hot outside, so it definitely was needed as it doesn't seem like it's going to get any cooler.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you want candy, Spud concession stands are
St. Cloud Tech Tigers up 1-0 on the Atchison Company scoreboard thanks to a very quick goal
of the main bleacher area here at Hammerhead Field.
from number 7, Caleb Capina, who's able to intercept a pass and kick it into the right side of the net past Ben Pratt for the first goal of the game. And for Moorhead, hopefully it's only minor damage. But we'll see what happens throughout the rest of this game. But right now, St. Cloud Tech playing with a lot of good defenses. Kuntz is able to make a nice move to weave out of a double team. That is something he does very well. Very quick in tight spaces as he's able to get past the double team there. Abdi Aziz Mohammed is in the game for Moorhead. Nice attempt by Kuntz to keep it in play, but it goes out of bounds right behind the Spuds bench. And it'll be waved off as he probably went too early. Or it could have been the wrong game ball too. That attempt is denied by Parker Gast. That pass goes right to Hashim. Back to Hashim. Makes a nice move to get some space. Hashim with the pass intended for Gast. Can he get there? He can't, and it's going to roll out of play. And Tyler Gast showing his speed up and down the field. Wasn't able to win that foot race, but definitely showed some pretty good speed. Goal kick from St. Cloud Tech. In the direction there of Omar Ali. And Tyler Gast is going to watch it go out of bounds. Olderbach with the throw-in. Hashim lost it and he falls down. Here come the Tigers. Play slows down. Pass down the field intended for Ahmed. And a collision near the touchline and on the far side of the field between Kuntz and Muyin Ahmed. And it seems like both of them are okay. Play will resume. Krogan with a nice move to get free. Now Olderbach. Pass up the field, intended for Hassan. Peyton Mestery into the game, is able to get it for the Spuds, and he falls down. Looked like he wanted to get it to Hassan. Not a lot of open passing lanes so far for the Spuds, as St. Cloud Tech has done a great job at closing those gaps. And they get another steal here as they look to work it up the field. And a beautiful pass over to Capina, and his kick is wide. A nice shot by Capina. as he could not get his second goal of the game. He was pretty close. He might have took a little too much time weaving his way through traffic. And all that pretty much saved the Spuds at the end of the day. Krogan's pass to Tyler Gast works out in the end as it ends up being recovered. And a foul will be called.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 23, Abdul Isse, checking in for the Tech Tigers.
And Abdul Isse will be checking in, and a yellow card. Was that a green card? Was that a yellow card? A yellow card will be assessed to Musamil Hashi. Or excuse me, Abdul Isse. Apologies for the extended silence there as we are trying to figure out who got assessed the yellow card. But first yellow card of the game for Isse. Ball in the air. Spud's trying to make a play out of it, and they can't, as it's going to roll over the touchline and out of bounds. Here's Hashim. Good chance here along the goal line, and it's going to go wide of the net. Very good chance for the Spuds to tie the game, but instead, it'll be taken by Gast. Some traffic in the goal box, and it's going to trickle away, and the Spuds will have to reset near the halfway line. Olderbach with a nice clear into the goal box, but instead the St. Cloud Tech Tigers will take it the other way. Another great defensive stand by them. Here's Mestery. Quick feed to Hashim. And that shot is recovered there by Austin. I do believe that wasn't an intended pass, even though there was someone alone and ahead of the pack. And that was Yusuf Hassan. And they could have turned that into a shorthanded opportunity. But instead, the Spuds will have to think of something else. And they'll have a pretty good chance here as it's scooped up once again by Austin. Two Spuds in the vicinity of that attempt, that shot attempt. But instead, it'll be booted away just in front of the halfway line and now over it as Gast plays on a bounce. Now Mestry. It's going to be a close play. Played nicely by the Spuds as they're able to get a triple team on, I believe, Musamil Hashi. And the Spuds will resume as Gast with a booming kick. It's going to be a close play, but it's going to be gathered up there by Austin. And a high kick that lands in front of the trainer bench. Or trainer's table, rather. And Connor Kuntz will throw it in. Lukman Somani will be checking in.
Man number 12, Ibrahim Abdi.
Who did he say?
Ibrahim Abdi.
And Yaqub Muhammad.
Sorry, I'm not paying attention.
Another sub for the Spuds, Ibrahim Abdi. And Abdi Aziz Mohammed. Those are the other two subs out of the recent three. Walker trying to play some good defense. Is able to for the moment. But St. Cloud Tech once again able to bail themselves out. And a whistle. Chance here for the Tigers, and that's going to go just wide again. So a direct kick from the Tigers doesn't result in a goal, but rather a goal kick for Moorhead. Or rather a Moorhead throw-in, excuse me. Or no, it is a goal kick by Gast. Tech looking to advance. Some nice footwork along the far side. Cleared away by Abdi Aziz. And now St. Cloud Tech looks to reset. In their own zone. Capina's pass. Back to Capina. And Abdi Aziz Muhammad tried getting to it, wasn't able to. Now Somani looking for a call, and he gets one. Direct kick near the halfway line for Krogan. And it's a good one going towards the net. And it is caught on a line there by Landon Austin. .8:53 left on the Atchison Company scoreboard here in the first half. Tigers still maintain a 1-0 advantage, as Moorhead has come up empty offensively. Good throw in from Kuntz. Nice handles by Lawrence. And I believe that was off of, for the moment it looked like it could have been off of Lawrence, and it is. And that was a pretty close play in itself, as it ricocheted off a Tech player and then Walker. And for now, the Spuds look to advance it. Here's Somani. He falls down, and looks like he hurt himself. Colliding into a Tech player, and he's slow to get up. And he seems to be okay for the most part, as he comes up hobbling after that collision. And we'll see if head coach Ben Patry decides to take him out of the game for the meantime, as that kick from Krogan goes out of bounds, as another goal attempt goes to waste. A Burt's Truck Equipment corner kick for the Spuds is coming up. Nice fake from the Spuds here as Gast tried winging his way through traffic. And it's booted out of bounds by Moorhead. Pass intended to a St. Cloud Tech player goes to Kuntz for the meantime. And St. Cloud Tech is just trying to reset and move their way up the field, but the Spuds defense bringing out some double teams. Nice play there by Abdiaziz Mohammed. Another triple team. Nice defensive play there by Gast. And now Abdiaziz just kicks it out of bounds smartly. As that was Abdirahman Mohammed, who was triple teamed on his way to the net. And a corner kick for St. Cloud Tech. Chance to make it 2-0. And they almost do as it goes wide. And I think that was Olderbach who made a good defensive play to disrupt
Number 23, Abdul Isse.
the instant chance of a 2-0 lead. Gast with the pass over to Krogan. A good kick across the field. Gast all the way across the field, and they are able to keep it in bounds. That was a nice play by Tyler Gast. But instead it'll be a St. Cloud Tech throw-in. And some of these jerseys, ladies and gentlemen, might be hard to read, so we apologize if there is some extended periods of silence or if we don't announce any names right off the bat. But we will try our very best. Pass into Yakub is disrupted there by the Tigers. Gast tried playing it on a balance and isn't able to. That high pass over to Isse. Defended by Kuntz and disrupted by Tyler Gast. Here's Somani. Over to Olderbach. Back to Abdiaziz. Now it's disrupted by Isse. And it goes out of play. Kuntz with the throw in to Disselbeck. And he's on the ground. Met with a double team. And I think there was some contact there when Disselbeck was on the ground. And Ramadan Yusuf is, I think that was, yeah, it was Yusuf. He was trying to plead his case to one of the officials, excuse me, as that is collected by Austin. Another save by him. Disselbeck trying to get it away. But nice job of playing keep away by Yusuf. Ramadan Yusuf able to keep it away from Disselbeck, and he'll stay with Tech. And the 2-minute warning is upon us here at Jim Goda Stadium. Tigers still up 1-0 on the Atchison Company scoreboard. Flag goes up as Parker Gast was looking to make a play in the air. One of the refs is talking to Kuntz. Now Parker Gass with a pretty good kick intended for Disselbeck, who is in the area along with Yakub. A good kick from Austin, who has done his part in this game, and he'll go the other way in possession of St. Cloud Tech. And there's 1 minute remaining in the first half. Here's Abdi, Ibrahim Abdi. Finds Olderbach, and he'll go out of play. Olderbach with the throw-in to Disselbeck. Here's Abdi Aziz. Over to Parker Gass, trying to use the speed. His attempt at the game-tying goal is saved once again there by Austin. Played in the air there nicely by Capina. Here's Tyler Gast. Met with a double team, trying to get a full head of steam, and he does for the meantime. But instead, taken the other way. And that'll do it for the end of the first half. Tigers up 1-0 over the Spuds as they played some very good defense. And thanks to a goal from Caleb Capina right at the start of the half, the Tigers have some momentum going into half number 2. And for halftime, we'll take a break here on Spuds TV.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training. At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
At Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to Casasa members last year. Ben wanted to spread the news with the help of an airplane. Jen thought we should celebrate by giving everyone a cake. And Eric wanted to make it into a movie.
$2 million.
Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in Casasa rewards.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day. And in return, to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful. And it really brings me back every day.
Atchison Companies is a private investment firm focused on helping small businesses succeed. We are more than investors. We are proven hands-on operators. Atchison Companies works with independent businesses in the manufacturing, distribution and engineering sectors. We invest across the Northern Plains with a buy and hold philosophy, while providing stable leadership and a proven operating system. Atchison Companies is proud to support the Moorhead Spuds.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Valley Alignment and Auto Repair has provided the FM area with vehicle service and repairs since 1978. They perform your vehicle service needs from oil changes and brakes to transmission and engine rebuilds. Valley Alignment and Auto Repair is a proud sponsor of Spuds Athletics and wish all the athletes and families a great 2022-23 school year and sports season.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training. At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
At Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Welcome to second half coverage of boys soccer here on Spuds TV. The St. Cloud Tech Tigers currently lead 1-0 thanks to a Caleb Capina goal right at the start of the game. Not even a minute in, he was able to intercept a bad pass, which led to the only goal of the game so far, as it's kind of been a defensive slugfest, if you could say, as both teams have played pretty solid defense so far, especially St. Cloud Tech, disrupting every pass that these Spuds have tried to convert. And we'll see if Moorhead's game plan changes with the way they pass, and just see if their pace of play will change. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, girls soccer will be taking on the Sartell Sabres. I will be on the call for that, so it'll be very nice for us here at Spuds TV to broadcast that game. And on Friday, for boys football, on the 6th, we might be broadcasting the game against the Sartell Sabres in Sartell, but that is not. And I'm just getting confirmation that it has been approved for Spuds TV to broadcast the Sartell game on Friday. Larry Knutson will be on the call for that. And if you're unable to catch the stream live, it'll always be recorded on the Spuds TV YouTube page. And meanwhile, these Spuds look to move it up the field. They have some pretty good numbers. And Parker Gass trying to get ahead of the pack here. And he's just wide of the net. Trying to start out this second half with an exclamation point, and he was just a bit outside. Said best by Bob Euchre. And A Burt's Truck Equipment corner kick is upcoming for the Spuds. Lukman Somani. It's a pretty good one. Hashim has a chance at it, so does Walker. Some heavy traffic, and the Tigers will once again catch a break. They already caught a massive break with the missed goal from Gast, and they catch another one here. Pass up the field intended for Bergstrand. Bergstrand with another chance there, and it's just wide. So from both teams, two very close shots. Just a matter of feet from going into the net. And a goal kick from Krogan is played on a bounce there by Pearson. And it ends up going out of bounds. Tech looks to take a 2-0 lead here, and it's going to end up rolling out of bounds. And Krogan will just pass it across to Abdi Aziz. Now to Kuntz. Back to Abdi Aziz. Intended for Somani. And that is scooped up by Pratt. Here's Yaqub Mohammed. Tried weaving his way past number 4, Abdi Wahab Gadi. And he is telling the ref that he got hit in the head by the foot of Gadi. And he sure did, but he's wanting a little more than what was called. But play will resume, and Yaqub gets a little bit of vengeance there as he briefly intercepts the pass, but it ends up going out of bounds as Olderbach tried playing it along the touchline. Throw in from Tech. And it's intercepted there by Hashim. Hashim looking to play some good defense. Here's a good pass across the field to number 2, Arda Sion. Ball ends up going out of play. Pass across to Kuntz. Now Abdi Aziz. Or excuse me, that's Lawrence Walker along the far side. And that one goes out of play. Throw in from Kuntz. Intended for Gast. Recovered by St. Cloud Tech, now Moorhead. Going a little back and forth action here. Played nicely there by Abdi. And Pratt will recover inside the goal box. And he attempts to clear. Not the best kick, but played very smartly by Yaqub as he forces a throw-in. Pass over to Pearson, now down the field and up the touchline. Kuhn's playing some good defense.
Can I get one so I can take one home with me tonight? Yeah.
And Kuntz will attempt to throw it into Walker. It'll be played by Somani. Somani trying to weave past some defenders and can't. And it ends up being taken away, and a whistle is blown. It'll go the other way. Here's Hashim. Looking for Olderbach, finds him. Quick pass from Olderbach to Hashim is intercepted, or interrupted rather, by Ali. .32-35 left in the second half on the Atchison Company scoreboard. And a big collision between a Moorhead Spud and a St. Cloud Tech Tiger. As I think that was Kuntz. And it was Kuntz that collided.
This should be okay. Thank you.
Couldn't quite get a number on who Kuntz collided with, but it seems to be that both players are okay. I think that might have been Hashi that Kuntz collided with. St. Cloud Tech will possess the ball. Pass over to Gadi. Gadi looking for somebody. Almost finds him. That was Hashi, who was the intended target from the looks of it. Here's Somani. Pass over to Walker. Walker turn on the Jets. Loses the ball. Taken the other way. And some nice footwork there by Sion as he's able to shake off Walker. Pass across the field, intended for Bergstrand. Now the Spuds look to move it up the field, rather. Once again, this time, though it is taken by Ali. And it'll go out of bounds. So some back and forth action near the touchline, as it seems nobody wants to possess the ball, as it was going back and forth in possession in a span of like 15 seconds. Here's Krogan. Pass to Somani. Gets it out of traffic, but not until it is recovered there by Gazdick. And a whistle is blown as that one goes out of play. Gadzik making a very nice play, intercepting that pass. And yet another example of how good the Tigers have been defensively. Just being in the right spot at the right time. All the time, all night long, you could say. A very good kick. A header from Krogan. Now Abdi finds Yakub. Yakub intended for Gast, and Gast is showing some frustration there as he could not get the pass from Yakub Mohammed. Krogan momentarily gets it out of traffic, but St. Cloud Tech on the move here. But the Spuds are playing some stingy defense in their own defending zone. Somani trying to take it away. Pass over to Bergstrand. Bergstrand with a attempt on a goal there, but it goes a little wide. That might have been a pass, but it is played by Somani. Somani trying to stay on his feet, and he does, but there's going to be a whistle. It'll stay with St. Cloud Tech. It'll be a direct kick for the Tigers, as there definitely was a little bit of contact on that last play. Ben Pratt is able to gobble it up. A great save from him. Crisis averted for the Spuds once again, as that one goes through the uprights and out of play. I don't think he was playing the right sport there, as he was aiming for the wrong goalpost, as it sailed just a little high. Spuds will possess. Here's Krogan. Needs to hurry up. And he catches a break there. Finds Yakub along the touch line. Throw in from Olderbach to Abdi. Now the Tigers. Can they maintain possession? They can for the meantime, but can the Spuds get a takeaway? They do. Up ahead to Yakub. Yakub trying to find Parker Gast, but it was well played. By, I believe, Gads. That was either Gazdick or Bergstrand defending there. And it was Gadzik defending on that last play. Olderbach will throw it in once again. Pass up ahead to Somani. And it's intercepted once again by the Tigers. That was Cian. Good job by Abdi, disrupting the passing lane. Here's Yakub. Now Hashim, now Gast. He finds Yakub, and it's disrupted once again, and out of bounds. Will Pearson with a very big play for the Tigers. And one of the biggest opportunities for the night, or one of the biggest opportunities of the night, rather, for the Spuds, goes wasted. Take two for Moorhead. In the air. And scooped up by Austin. Spuds have definitely had opportunities to score. They just can't seem to cash in. And in their defense, St. Cloud Tech's playing very good defense. And what a save there by Pratt, as he's able to redirect that ball out of bounds with a very good save.
Number 9, Yusuf.
Ayub Yusuf will check in for the Tigers. It'll be a corner kick for the Tigers, and it's played very nicely there by Connor Kuntz. And some contact delivered there by Somani as he grabbed him from behind. No yellow card will be assessed, and that one just missed the net. That went up and over the crossbar. And the Spuds dodge another bullet. The Spuds have cheated death a lot of times. And Parker Gass seems to be alone. And a whistle will be blown, and that might be an offside. And it is. Parker Gast had a lot of real estate ahead of him. But instead, St. Cloud Tech will possess the ball again as that one is out of bounds.
Number 12, Muin Ahmed checks in for St. Cloud.
Tyler Gast is in for the Spuds.
Number 21, Tyler Gass checking in for Moorhead.
And for the Tigers, Moyen Ahmed will check in. Some contact near the touchline. Abdi Aziz, his kick goes out of bounds as it was deflected by a St. Cloud Tech Tiger. Throw in by the Spuds. Played by Gast, taken away by St. Cloud Tech. And it'll be a foot race. Krogan's able to win it though, just barely. Here's Olderbach on the far side. Now Kutzel on the far side, and that one goes out of play. So Olderbach right on the touchline pretty much is able to just get it across the field to Kuntz, and Ansgar Disselbeck will check in for Abdi Aziz Mohammed. Here's Gast. Gast looking for options. Intended for Hashim. And Yakub's able to back him up. Yakub splits the double team. Hashim tried weaving his way past Capina. But Campina with some nice defense to get it out of bounds. And it looks like a timeout has been called. And another, seems to be another water break for each side. We will take a quick break here on Spuds TV. We'll be back in a few moments.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to Casasa members last year. Ben wanted to spread the news with the help of an airplane. Jen thought we should celebrate by giving everyone a cake. And Eric wanted to make it into a movie.
$2 million.
Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in Casasa rewards.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss Snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
Welcome back to Boys Soccer on Spuds TV after that water timeout. This heat might be getting to these Spuds here today. As it has not gotten cooler by any stretch of the imagination, but there's 19:36 left on the Atchison Company scoreboard.
Just a reminder, Spud fans, that we have soccer here tomorrow evening. Spud girls soccer begins.
Olderbach plays it on a line.
Varsity at 7 right here at Jim Golden Stadium tomorrow evening.
That one intended for Tyler Gast, and it goes out of play. Ball rolling. St. Cloud Tech's got to hurry. They do. Here comes Yakub Mohammed, and he is with Yakub with some nice hustle to force a throw-in. Ball in the air. Spuds have 2 guys racing towards it, and they're able to boot it out of bounds. That was Gast and Krogan. And it'll be a St. Cloud Tech throw-in coming up. Thrown in by Bergstrand. Off of Yakub. And played in front by Campina. He passes over to Gadzik. And a throw-in coming up. Olderbach will start it off. Throw into Mestry. Played very nicely there by Abdi. Musamil Abdi.
Into the Moorhead lineup is number 9, Peyton Mestery.
Here's Hashim. Pass to Somani. Somani finds Yakub on the far side. And he lost it. But Hashim is able to gather it. Trying to work his way against a 2-on-1, and he can't. And it's going to go out of bounds.
Number 27, Oscar Kierkegaard checks in for Moorhead.
Oscar Kierkegaard will be in the game for the Spuds. Kierkegaard will throw it into Mestri, but it's played very nicely defensively by Yusuf. Here's Hashim. Mestri is able to get it out of traffic. Recovered there by Austin. That one goes over Connor Kuntz and out of bounds. And he seems to be limping, and he seems to be a little gimpy after that play, and he's down. Connor Kuntz is hurt. And he's still down. And we'll see if he can get up under his own power. And he's still struggling to get up. And this will definitely be a crucial blow to these Spuds if it's anything serious. He's able to get up under his own power, but he is going to be attended to by a couple of the trainers. So hopefully it's nothing too serious for one of the best Spud players on the roster. And for the Tigers, Abdurrahman Mohammed will check into the game. Here's Krogan. Tigers moving it up the field, but cleared away by Olderbach. And he goes out of bounds. And it's going to be trouble, and it's off the crossbar. The Spuds cheat death once again as they evade a 2-0 deficit for what seems to be the third time here this evening, as that one also goes out of bounds and wide of the net. Ben Pratt had to run forward, leaving the net wide open. And he really caught a break there, and so did the rest of the Spuds. And Connor Kuntz will be attended to on the trainer's table. He was able to walk under his own power. So hopefully it's just cramps due to this heat. St. Cloud Tech. Another chance here. Denied by Pratt. He rolls it ahead for Somani, who kicks it across to Tyler Gast. And Pratt will just chuck it ahead. Intended for Hashim down the field. Here's Hashim. Pass deflected. Up ahead here for Tyler Gast. Gast looking for options. He finds Somani. Somani has to backtrack. Now loses it for the meantime. Back to Somani. Somani. Looked like that was intended for Hashim or Olderbach. Regardless, another missed opportunity for the Spuds. Foot race to the ball. It looks like Krogan's going to win it. And he's able to boot it out of bounds right to Kuntz. Who had his foot wrapped with tape just a minute ago. So hopefully that's the sign that he's going to return here in this game. There's 11:50 left on the Atchison Company scoreboard here in this second half. Spud still with a 0 on the board here. That one goes out of bounds. It'll be thrown in by Gadi. And that kick goes plenty wide of the net and out of play. And Connor Kuntz will return into the game, followed by Lawrence Walker, Ibrahim Abdi,
Number 15, Dayar Selman.
and Dayar Selman.
Number 7, Lawrence Walker. And number 12, Ibrahim Abdi.
So it's good to see that Kuntz is okay. Just had to walk it off with the trainer.
For Connie Adon and the rest of his coordinators for helping out with our event this evening. To support and promote African heritage here at Jim Goda Stadium with all the fine food. It was delicious. So thank you again. Appreciate it.
And there seems to be a delay in play here, but not for long. As Krogan will lead the way for the Spuds with this goal kick.
Back into the Spuds lineup.
Tyler Gast back into the game. And Krogan directing traffic. Passes over to Olderbach. Over to Somani. Somani finds Selman. Back to Somani. Taken away by St. Cloud Tech. Somani trying to play good defense. He does. Back and forth we go here at Jim Goda Stadium. Spuds trying to stay alive. Spuds thought about bringing a double team, instead bring Disselbeck. Kuntz finds Disselbeck momentarily, but it was almost taken away by Campina. Tigers with the reset. Abdi almost caught in a double team. And that intended pass goes out of play. Abdi Aziz Mohammed will come in for Lukman Somani.
Number 22, Abdi Aziz Mohammed into the Spuds lineup.
Spuds have definitely held their own despite the lack of offense, as their defense has had to do most of the heavy lifting here tonight. And you can definitely say Ben Pratt has had a very, very solid game. As that one's intended for Walker. Almost gets it back. And Walker's definitely frustrated, taken away by the Tigers. And they look to slow it down. They have a better chance here. And scooped up easily by Pratt. A very good kick across the halfway line, and the Tigers will have to do. We'll have to cover a lot of distance here as there's some contact near the halfway line. As Campina ran into Disselbeck. And Gadzik will kick it for the Tigers. And it's a good one, but not good enough to get past Ben Pratt. Here's Walker getting the pass from Selman. Now Gast, Parker Gast trying to find his brother Tyler Gast. He does along the touch line. Looked like there might have been a push there. Gast lost his footing, pass to the net, and they score! Centering feed to Lawrence Walker, and we're tied at 1. Parker Gast with the assist. Lawrence Walker with the game-tying goal. It is 1-1 on the Atchison Company scoreboard. Parker Gast was dead to right, it seemed like, near the goal line, but he was able to find Walker last second. And the net was right there to greet him. And that was a very nice pass from Gast to tie the game. And that was what the Spuds were looking for all game. Just for one pass to set up an easy goal, and they got it. Many opportunities in this game, they weren't able to cash in, but this time, these Spuds are able to capitalize. .5:42 left in the second half, with the game tied at 1. Tigers trying to hang on here as momentum has shifted like very quickly in the last few minutes. Some good defense by the Spuds. This is going to be trouble. And scooped up by Pratt. That was dangerous. And that wasn't the first time that the Spuds were very close to giving up another goal. Played well by Krogan. And that one sailed just high. Some subs coming in for Moorhead. Abdi Jabbar Hashim and Lukman Somani. They come in with about 4:10 left on the Atchison Company scoreboard. Krogan's pass to Gast. Now to Selman. Ahead to Walker. That one was a little too much for Walker to handle as it went over him. Walker looks to play defense from a distance. And that one's off of Abdi. He was in the right place at the right time there as Walker comes flying along the far side. Here's the pass over to Ollie. Now the pass from Gadi into the goal box. Just a little high. We are approaching the 2-minute warning here in the second half. Tigers missed an opportunity there. Here's Akub Muhammad. Pass to Hashim, and little miscommunication there as Hashim is calling out his teammate for not being in the right place at the right time, and it goes out of bounds. And the 2-minute warning is upon us here in the second half, with the game still tied at 1. Throw-in from Krogan. Intended for Walker, and they're going to say it's going to stay with St. Cloud Tech. Walker was protesting that it was off a Tiger, but the ref saw something else. Approaching 1 minute in regulation. There is no overtime in the regular season unless they agree on an overtime. A direct kick for the Tigers. Biggest kick of the game for St. Cloud Tech. And it's deflected and out of bounds. Spuds have 30 seconds to work here. Krogan with a booming kick at the halfway line. Couldn't be recovered by Somani. Tigers look to take advantage. Good defense from Selman and Abdi as a Tiger took a big hit, and he's down, and so did Walker.
7, 6.
Stop the clock.
And with 6 seconds left, a Tiger is down and on the ground. Can't seem to get a number.
Don't listen to the players. You gotta wait for the coach.
Walker's able to get up after taking a big hit, but the main concern is one of the players for St. Cloud Tech, who's still down, but it looks like he's sitting up. And he's able to get up under his own power and partially with the help of the trainer. And he will take a walk. He'll walk it off. Krogan's kick is a good one. And denied there by Austin and out of bounds. And that should do it for regulation. And it'll be a tie, 1-1. The final here tonight. There will be no overtime played. A defensive shootout between both squads. A little recap of the game. Caleb Campina started the scoring early for the Tigers with a goal not even a minute into the first period. And then Parker Gast was able to get the assist to Lawrence Walker late in half number 2. And that was it for the scoring, ladies and gentlemen. It was a very, very good defensive matchup. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, girls soccer will be taking on the Sartell Sabres here at Jim Goda Stadium. And that'll do it for boys soccer on Spuds TV. I'm Thomas Fox, wishing you all a very good night.